Focus on you until the focus is you, ladies and gentlemen, dreamers and doers. Today I stand before you with a charge to awaken the giant within you, to ignite the spark of your potential, and to shift the trajectory of your life. The title of my message is simple yet profound. Focus on you until the focus is you. This is not a call to selfishness, but a call to stewardship. It's a call to take responsibility for the gift of your life and to cultivate it until the world cannot help but turn its eyes toward you. Let me ask you a question. Who are you becoming? In a world obsessed with likes, followers, and fleeting trends, it's easy to lose sight of the most important project you'll ever work on. You, your growth, your purpose, your vision. Too many of us are distracted, chasing the approval of others, comparing ourselves to shadows on a screen, or waiting for permission to shine. But I'm here to tell you, the greatest investment you will ever make is in yourself. Focus on you until the focus is you. First, understand this. You were born with a unique assignment. There's a reason you're here, a purpose woven into the fabric of your being. But purpose doesn't chase you. It waits for you to discover it. It waits for you to dig deep, to ask the hard questions. What am I passionate about? What problem was I born to solve? What makes my soul come alive? When you focus on you, you're not just polishing your skills. You're uncovering your calling. And when you walk in that calling, the world will take notice. But here's the truth. Growth is not glamorous. It's not a viral video or a quick fix. Growth is gritty. It's showing up for yourself when no one else does. It's reading the books, taking the courses, praying the prayers, and doing the work. It's saying no to distractions and yes to discipline. It's choosing to rise early, to dream boldly, and to act consistently. When you focus on you, you're building a foundation so strong that no storm can shake it. Now, let's talk about vision. Vision is the blueprint of your future. Without it, you're just drifting, reacting to life instead of creating it. Focusing on you means getting clear about where you're going. Write the vision down, make it plain. See it in your mind before it exists in the world. Every great achievement began as a picture in someone's heart. When you focus on you, you're not just dreaming. You're designing a life that inspires others to dream too. But beware of the trap of comparison. Comparison is a thief. It steals your joy, your confidence, and your clarity. When you focus on you, you stop measuring your worth by someone else's highlight reel. You run your race. You celebrate your progress. You embrace your journey, flaws, failures, and all. Because here's the secret. Your authenticity is your superpower. When you're fully you, unapologetically you, the world will shift its focus to you. And let me speak to the dreamers in the room. You have ideas, don't you? Ideas that keep you up at night. Ideas that scare you and excite you at the same time. Those ideas are not accidents, they're assignments, but an idea without action is just a wish. Focus on you means taking responsibility for those ideas. It means learning the skills, building the networks, and taking the risks to bring them to life. When you do, you become a beacon, a proof that dreams can become reality. And when that happens, the focus will be on you. Not because you sought it, but because you earned it. Finally, let me remind you of this. Focusing on you is not about isolation. It's about preparation. When you focus on you, you're preparing to serve. The world doesn't need more followers. It needs leaders. It needs people who have done the inner work, who have mastered themselves, who have something to give. When you focus on you until the focus is you, you become a light in the darkness, a voice in the noise, a solution in a world full of problems. So here's my challenge to you, starting today, commit to you. Invest in you, believe in you, work on you, dream for you, grow into you. Because when you do, something miraculous happens. The world begins to see what you've known all along, that you were born to make a difference. Focus on you until the focus is you, and watch how your life becomes a testimony of what's possible. Thank you, and let's get to work. Everybody has a reason for being here. Deep down, you know there's something special about you, something that makes you different. It's not about being famous or having a big title. It's about finding that one thing that makes your heart beat faster, that thing you were meant to do. Figuring out what that is can change everything. It's like finding a map for your life, but it doesn't just show up on its own. You have to look for it, work for it, and believe it's there. Think about this. When you were a kid, you probably had big dreams. Maybe you wanted to be a doctor, a teacher, or even an astronaut. Those dreams weren't just random. They were little hints about who you are. As you grow up, life can make you forget those dreams. You get busy with school, work, or just trying to get by. But those dreams are still inside you, waiting for you to pay attention. Finding your purpose is like going back to that kid version of yourself and asking, what did I love? What made me excited? Those answers are clues. Now, finding your purpose isn't always easy. It's not like you wake up one day and everything is clear. Sometimes it feels like you're searching in the dark, but that's okay. The search is part of the journey. Start by asking yourself some simple questions. What do you love doing even if no one pays you for it? What makes you lose track of time? Maybe you love helping people, or maybe you're happiest when you're creating something, like art or music. Those feelings are like signposts pointing you toward your purpose. Another way to find your purpose is to think about what bothers you. Is there something in the world that makes you upset? Maybe it's seeing people go hungry, or kids not getting a good education. Those feelings aren't just random. They're signals. They're telling you there's something you're meant to help fix. Your purpose is often tied to making things better, not just for you, but for others too. When you notice what makes you angry or sad, you're getting closer to understanding what you're here to do. But here's the thing. You can't just think about it. You have to try things. Sometimes you won't know what you're meant to do until you start doing something. Take small steps. If you think you might like teaching, volunteer to help kids with their homework. If you love animals, spend time at a shelter. Trying things helps you learn what feels right and what doesn't. Every step you take, even if it's a small one, brings you closer to knowing who you are and what you're meant to do. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Sometimes you'll try something and it won't work out. That's not failure, it's learning. Every time you try something new, you're figuring out what fits and what doesn't. It's like putting together a puzzle. Each piece you try helps you see the bigger picture. The only real mistake is not trying at all. If you sit back and wait for your purpose to find you, you might wait forever. You have to go out and meet it. Talking to people can also help. Sometimes other people see things in you that you don't see yourself. Ask your friends or family what they think you're good at. You might be surprised by what they say. Maybe they'll tell you you're great at listening, or you always make people laugh. Those are clues too. Other people can help you see your strengths when you're too close to see them yourself. Plus, talking to people who are doing what you want to do can give you ideas. If you want to start a business, find someone who's done it and ask them how they started. Their story might spark something in you. One big part of finding your purpose is believing you have one. That might sound simple, but it's not always easy. Sometimes life makes you feel like you're not special, like you're just another person in a big world. But that's not true. You were born with something unique, something only you can bring to the world. Even if you don't know what it is yet, trust that it's there. Believing in yourself is like turning on a light in a dark room. It helps you see things you couldn't see before. Patience is important too. Finding your purpose doesn't happen overnight. It's a journey, and journeys take time. You might feel frustrated sometimes, like you're not moving fast enough. But every step counts. Every question you ask, every new thing you try, every mistake you learn from. It's all part of the process. Don't give up just because it's taking longer than you hoped. Your purpose is worth the wait. Another thing to remember is that your purpose isn't just about you. Yes, it's about what makes you happy, but it's also about what you can give to the world. When you find what you're meant to do, it's like a gift you share with others. Maybe your purpose is to create music that lifts people up, or to build something that makes life easier. Whatever it is, it's bigger than just you. That's what makes it so powerful. When you live your purpose, you inspire other people to find theirs too. Sometimes you'll doubt yourself. That's normal. There will be days when you wonder if you're on the right path. When that happens, go back to the basics. Remind yourself why you started. Think about what makes you feel alive. Talk to someone who believes in you. Keep moving forward, even if it's just a tiny step. Those doubts are just noise. They don't change the truth about who you are. As you keep searching, you'll start to notice something. The more you focus on finding your purpose, the clearer things get. It's like tuning a radio. At first, there's a lot of static, but as you keep turning the dial, the signal gets stronger. You'll start to see patterns. You'll notice what makes you happy, what you're good at, and what the world needs from you, and one day it'll click. You'll realize you're exactly where you're meant to be. Finding your purpose is one of the greatest adventures you'll ever go on. It's not always easy, but it's always worth it. It's about discovering who you are and what you're here to do. It's about living a life that feels right, a life that matters. So start today. Ask the questions. Try new things. Believe in yourself. Keep going even when it's hard. Because when you find your purpose, you'll know it. And the world will know it too. Growing into the best version of yourself is like building a house. It doesn't happen by wishing or waiting. It takes work day after day. The kind of growth that changes your life comes from sticking to it, even when it's hard, even when no one is watching. It's about choosing to show up for yourself, making small choices every day that add up to something big. This isn't about being perfect or having it all figured out. It's about deciding that you're worth the effort and putting in the time to become who you want to be. Think about someone you admire, someone who's done something amazing. Maybe it's a person who started a business or someone who's really good at what they do. They didn't get there by accident, they worked for it. They made choices every day to learn, to practice, to keep going. That's what growth is, choosing to do the things that move you forward, even when they're not fun or easy. It's waking up early to read a book, or saying no to a party so you can finish a project. It's doing the small, boring stuff that leads to big results. One of the hardest parts about growing is that it's not always exciting. People love to talk about big dreams, but the real work happens in the quiet moments. It's sitting down to study when you'd rather watch TV. It's going for a run when you're tired. It's writing one more page even when you feel stuck. Those moments don't feel special, but they're the ones that matter. Every time you choose to do the hard thing, you're building a stronger version of yourself. You're proving to yourself that you can do it. Discipline is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. At first, it might feel impossible to stick to a new habit. Maybe you want to learn something new, like cooking or coding, but you keep putting it off. That's normal. The key is to start small. Don't try to change everything at once. Pick one thing. Like spending 10 minutes a day learning, and stick to it. It doesn't sound like much, but those 10 minutes add up. Over weeks and months, you'll be amazed at how far you've come. That's the power of showing up every day. Sometimes you'll want to give up. That's part of the process. There will be days when you're tired, or when things don't go the way you planned. Maybe you fail a test, or your idea doesn't work out. Those moments can make you feel like you're not good enough. But here's the truth. Setbacks aren't the end. They're just part of the journey. Every person who's ever done something great has failed at some point. What makes them different is that they kept going. When you fall, get back up. When you mess up, learn from it. That's how you grow. Another thing to remember is that growth isn't just about what you do. It's about who you're becoming. Every choice you make shapes you. If you choose to be lazy, you're building a version of yourself that gives up easily. But if you choose to keep trying, even when it's hard, you're building someone strong, someone who doesn't quit. Think about the person you want to be in a year or 5 years. What does that person do every day? Start doing those things now, even if it's just a little bit. Every step you take is making you into that person. It's also important to say no to things that hold you back. Growth takes time, and time is limited. If you're always saying yes to distractions, like scrolling on your phone for hours or hanging out with people who don't support your dreams, you won't have time for the things that matter. Be picky about how you spend your time. Say yes to things that help you grow, like learning a new skill or working on your goals. Say no to things that pull you away from who you want to be. It's not always easy, but it's worth it. Surrounding yourself with the right people can make a big difference too. Find people who push you to be better, who believe in you, who challenge you. If you're around people who are always negative or who don't care about growing, it's harder to stay focused. Look for friends, mentors, or even online communities that inspire you. Listen to their stories, learn from their mistakes, and let their energy lift you up. You don't have to do this alone. Having people in your corner makes the journey easier. One thing that helps is keeping track of your progress. Sometimes growth feels slow, and you might think you're not getting anywhere. But if you look back, you'll see how far you've come. Try writing down what you do each day like a journal. Maybe you read a chapter of a book, or you practiced a skill for an hour. Write it down. Over time, you'll see a list of all the things you've done, and it'll remind you that you're moving forward. Even small wins count, because they're proof that you're growing. Don't expect to see results right away. Growth is like planting a seed. You water it, you take care of it, but it takes time to see the plant. Sometimes it feels like nothing's happening, but under the surface, things are changing. Trust the process. Keep doing the work, even when you don't see the payoff yet. One day, you'll look back and realize how much you've grown. You'll see that all those small choices, the early mornings, the late nights, the times you didn't give up, made you into someone new. Finally, believe that you're worth it. Growth isn't just about reaching a goal, it's about becoming someone you're proud of. You deserve to be that person. You deserve to live a life that feels full and meaningful. But no one can do it for you. You have to choose it. You have to show up day after day and put in the work. It won't always be easy, but it will always be worth it. Because when you commit to growing, you're not just changing your life. You're becoming someone who can change the world. So start today. Pick one thing, one small step, and do it. Then do it again tomorrow. Keep going, keep learning, keep growing. The road might be long, but every step is taking you closer to the person you're meant to be. And that person is worth every bit of effort. Imagine waking up every day knowing exactly where you're going, like you have a map for your life. That's what having a clear vision does. It's not just a dream or a wish. It's a picture in your mind of what you want your life to be. It's knowing who you want to become, what you want to do, and how you want to make a difference. Without that picture, life can feel like wandering in a fog, moving from one day to the next without a real direction. But when you get clear about where you're headed, everything changes. You start making choices that take you closer to that picture, and you feel alive because you're building something real. Getting clear about your vision starts with asking yourself what you really want. Not what your parents want, or your friends, or what you see on social media. What do you want? Maybe you want to start a business, or travel the world, or help people in your community. Maybe you want to be a writer, or a teacher, or someone who creates things that make people smile. Whatever it is, it's inside you, waiting for you to notice it. Sit down with a piece of paper and write it out. Don't worry if it's messy or doesn't make sense at first. Just let your heart speak. Ask yourself, if I could do anything, what would it be? If I wasn't afraid, what would I try? Sometimes it's hard to know what you want because life gets in the way. You're busy with work, school, or responsibilities, and it feels like there's no time to dream. But here's the truth. If you don't make time to think about your future, you might end up somewhere you don't want to be. Even if it's just 10 minutes a day, give yourself permission to dream. Picture your life 5 years from now. Where are you? Who's with you? What are you doing? The more you think about it, the clearer it gets. It's like focusing a camera. Things start out blurry, but little by little, the image sharpens. Once you have an idea of what you want, make it real by writing it down. There's something powerful about putting your dreams on paper. It's like telling the world, this is what I'm going for. Write down everything you see in your mind. If you want to open a bakery, describe what it looks like. Is it cozy with warm lights? Are there fresh cookies on the counter? Do people come in smiling? The more details you add, the more real it feels. And when it feels real, you start believing it's possible. That belief is what keeps you going when things get tough. But a vision isn't just a pretty picture. It's a guide. It helps you decide what to do and what to skip. Let's say you want to be a doctor. That vision tells you to study hard, take science classes, and maybe volunteer at a hospital. It also tells you to say no to things that distract you, like spending all your time on games or hanging out when you should be working. Your vision is like a compass. It points you in the right direction, even when life tries to pull you off track. Every choice you make either gets you closer to your vision or farther away. Choose the ones that move you forward. Don't worry if your vision isn't perfect right away. It's okay if it changes over time. Maybe you start out wanting to be a singer, but then you discover you love writing songs instead. That's not failing, it's growing. Your vision will get clearer as you learn more about yourself. The important thing is to keep thinking about it, keep imagining it, keep adjusting it. It's like drawing a map. You might not know every road yet, but you can start with the big ones and fill in the details as you go. One thing that helps is breaking your vision into smaller pieces. If your vision is big, like starting a company or changing the world, it can feel overwhelming. But every big dream is made of small steps. Think about what you can do today, this week, or this month to get closer. If you want to write a book, start by writing one page. If you want to help people, find one person you can help today. Small steps add up, and each one makes your vision feel more real. Plus, every step you take builds your confidence. You start to see that you can do this. Sometimes, people around you won't understand your vision. They might say it's too hard or not practical. That's okay. Not everyone will see what you see. Don't let their doubts stop you. Your vision is yours, and it's worth fighting for. Surround yourself with people who believe in you, who cheer you on, who remind you why you started. Even one person who gets it can make a big difference. And if you can't find that person yet, be your own cheerleader. Tell yourself, I've got this. I know where I'm going. Another thing to watch out for is getting stuck in dreaming. It's easy to spend all your time imagining your future and forget to act. A vision without action is just a daydream. Every day, do something. Anything. That moves you closer. It doesn't have to be big. Read a book about your goal. Talk to someone who's done it. Practice a skill you'll need. Action turns your vision into reality, one piece at a time. And every time you act, you're telling yourself, this is real. I'm making it happen. Finally, trust that your vision matters. You don't need to have all the answers or know exactly how it'll happen. You just need to believe it's possible and keep moving toward it. Your vision is like a light in the distance. It might seem far away, but every step brings you closer. And as you get closer, you'll inspire others. People will see your focus, your passion, your progress, and they'll want to know how you did it. Your vision won't just change your life, it'll change the people around you too. So take the time to get clear about where you're going. Dream big, write it down, break it into steps, and start moving. Don't wait for the perfect moment or the perfect plan. Start now with what you have where you are. Your vision is waiting for you to bring it to life, and when you do, you'll find that you're not just living. You're creating a future that's yours. It's so easy to look at someone else's life and feel like you're not enough. Maybe you see a friend with a fancy job or someone on social media traveling the world, and you start wondering why you're not there yet. That feeling can sneak up on you, making you doubt yourself, your choices, and your worth. But here's the truth, comparing yourself to others is like trying to run someone else's race. It pulls you away from your own path and steals the joy of becoming who you're meant to be. To live a life that feels true, you have to let go of comparison and focus on your own journey. Think about how much time you spend looking at other people's lives. You scroll through pictures of perfect homes, big achievements, or happy moments, and it's easy to feel like you're falling behind. But what you see is only part of the story. Those posts don't show the struggles, the late nights, or the doubts. They're like a highlight reel, not the full movie. When you compare your everyday life to someone else's best moments, you're setting yourself up to feel small. Instead of chasing someone else's story, you need to write your own. Every person has a different path. You weren't born to be like anyone else. You have your own strengths, your own dreams, your own way of shining. Maybe you're not where you want to be yet, but that doesn't mean you're failing. It means you're on your way. Your journey might look different from someone else's, and that's okay. Maybe it's taking you longer to reach your goals, or maybe your goals are completely different. What matters is that you're moving forward, step by step, in a way that's true to you. Comparison doesn't just make you feel bad, it stops you from growing. When you're busy worrying about what someone else is doing, you're not putting energy into your own dreams. Imagine you want to start a business, but you keep looking at someone who's already successful. Instead of working on your ideas, you're stuck thinking, "I'll never be as good as them." That thought doesn't help you. It holds you back. The time you spend comparing could be used to learn a new skill, make a plan, or take a small step toward your goal. Let go of what others are doing and focus on what you can do today. One way to stop comparing is to notice when it's happening. Pay attention to how you feel when you look at certain people or posts. Do you feel happy for them, or do you start feeling less about yourself? If it's the second one, that's a sign you're comparing. When you catch yourself doing it, take a deep breath and remind yourself, this is their story, not mine. I'm working on my own. It's like pressing a reset button in your mind. The more you practice this, the easier it gets to stay focused on you. Another thing that helps is spending less time on things that make you compare. Social media can be great for connecting, but it can also be a comparison trap. If you notice that scrolling makes you feel bad about yourself, take a break. Limit how much time you spend online, or choose to follow people who inspire you instead of making you feel less. Fill your life with things that make you feel good, like reading a book, going for a walk, or working on something you love. When you're busy building your own life, you have less time to worry about what others are doing. It's also important to celebrate your own progress. Sometimes you're so focused on what you haven't done that you forget how far you've come. Think about where you were a year ago, or even a month ago. What have you learned? What have you accomplished, even if it's small? Maybe you started exercising, or you finished a project, or you helped someone. Those things matter. Write them down if it helps. Looking at your own wins reminds you that you're moving forward, even if it's not at the same speed as someone else. Surrounding yourself with the right people makes a big difference too. If you're around people who are always comparing or putting others down, it's harder to feel good about yourself. Find people who lift you up, who cheer for your successes, who remind you that you're enough. These could be friends, family, or even someone you look up to from afar. Their support helps you stay focused on your own path. And when you're strong in your own journey, you can cheer for others too, without feeling like their wins take away from yours. Another way to let go of comparison is to get clear about what you want. When you know where you're going, it's easier to stay in your own lane. Take time to think about your goals. What do you want to achieve? What kind of person do you want to be? When you have a clear picture of your own dreams, you're less likely to get distracted by what others are doing. It's like driving a car. You keep your eyes on the road ahead, not on the cars next to you. Don't be afraid to be yourself, even if you feel different. Being unique is your strength. Maybe you don't fit in with what everyone else is doing, and that's a good thing. Your differences are what make you special. Maybe you love something that others don't understand, like painting or fixing old cars. That's part of your story. Embrace it. When you're true to who you are, you start to feel proud of your journey, and comparison loses its power. Finally, remember that your worth doesn't come from being better than someone else. You're enough just as you are. You don't have to prove anything to anyone. Your life isn't a race against others. It's a journey to become the best version of yourself. Every step you take, every lesson you learn, every moment you choose to keep going, that's what makes you valuable. Let go of the need to measure up to anyone else. Focus on being you, fully and proudly. So next time you feel the urge to compare, pause, look at your own path. Celebrate your progress. Chase your dreams. You have something special to offer, and the world needs it. Run your race at your pace in your way. That's how you build a life that feels real, a life that's yours. You know that feeling when an idea pops into your head. It's exciting, like a spark that lights up your mind. Maybe it's starting a small business, writing a story, or creating something to help people. That idea feels big, important, like it's meant for you. But then something happens. You start thinking too much. What if it fails? What if you're not good enough? And just like that, the spark fades and the idea sits in your mind untouched. The truth is, ideas are only as powerful as the action you take. To make your dreams real, you have to move, even when it's scary, even when you're not sure. Acting on your ideas is how you turn thoughts into something the world can see. Every great thing you admire started as an idea in someone's head. The phone you use, the books you read, the businesses you visit. They all began with someone who decided to do something about their idea. Those people weren't smarter or more talented than you. They just chose to start. That's the difference between a dreamer and a doer. Dreamers think about what could be, but doers take the first step, then the next, until their idea becomes real. You have that same power. Your ideas are waiting for you to bring them to life, but starting is hard. It's normal to feel afraid. What if you mess up? What if people laugh? Those thoughts can stop you before you even try. The trick is to understand that fear is part of the process. Everyone feels it, even the most successful people. The difference is, they don't let fear win. They take a deep breath and do something anyway. You don't have to be fearless. You just have to be brave enough to take one small step. That's all it takes to begin. One step leads to another, and soon you're moving forward. The best way to start is to break your idea into tiny pieces. Big ideas can feel overwhelming, like trying to climb a huge mountain. But you don't climb a mountain in one leap. You take it one step at a time. If you want to start a bakery, you don't need to open a shop tomorrow. Start by baking something for your friends. Ask for their feedback. Try a new recipe. Each small action teaches you something and builds your confidence. Maybe you learn you're great at making cakes, or you discover you need to practice decorating. Every step makes your idea clearer and brings it closer to reality. Another thing that stops people is waiting for the perfect moment. You might think you need more money, more time, or more skills before you start. But the perfect moment doesn't exist. There will always be reasons to wait. The truth is, you'll never feel fully ready. The people who succeed are the ones who start anyway, with what they have, where they are. If you want to write a book, don't wait until you have the perfect laptop or a quiet house. Write one sentence today. If you want to help your community, don't wait for a big budget. Help one person this week. Starting small is better than not starting at all. You also need to be okay with making mistakes. Nobody gets it right the first time. Mistakes are how you learn. If you try something and it doesn't work, that's not failure, it's information. Maybe you launched a product and nobody bought it. That's a chance to ask why and try again. Maybe you shared an idea and someone didn't like it. That's a chance to make it better. Every mistake is a step toward getting it right. The only real failure is giving up. Keep trying, keep learning, and your idea will grow stronger. Talking to people can help you act on your ideas. Share your thoughts with someone you trust. They might give you advice, point out something you didn't see, or just cheer you on. Sometimes saying your idea out loud makes it feel more real. You can also find people who have done something similar. If you want to start a podcast, look for someone who's already done it. Ask them how they started, what worked, what didn't. Their story can show you what's possible and give you ideas for your own path. You don't have to figure it all out alone. Another way to keep going is to set small goals. Big ideas take time, and it's easy to lose motivation if you don't see progress. Break your idea into things you can do this week or this month. If you want to create an app, your goal this week might be to sketch out what it does. Next week, you could learn a little about coding. Each goal you reach is like a checkpoint, showing you you're getting closer. Celebrate those wins even if they're small. They remind you that you're moving forward. Sometimes you'll doubt yourself. That's normal. You might wonder if your idea is good enough or if you're the right person to make it happen. When that happens, remind yourself why you started. Why did this idea excite you? What made it feel important? Hold on to that feeling. It's your fuel, and if you need a boost, look at what you've already done. Even if it's just one step, it's proof you can keep going. You're stronger than you think. Acting on your ideas isn't just about reaching a goal, it's about who you become along the way. Every step you take builds your confidence, your skills, your courage. You start to see yourself as someone who makes things happen, and that changes everything. You stop waiting for permission or luck. You realize you have the power to shape your life. Your ideas become a way to express who you are and what you believe in. So don't let your ideas stay in your head. They're not meant to just sit there. They're meant to grow, to become something real. Start today, even if it's small. Write down your idea. Tell someone about it. Take one tiny step, then take another. You don't need to know every answer or have it all figured out. You just need to move. Your ideas are gifts, and the world is waiting to see what you do with them. Act on them and watch how your life and the lives of others changes. When you work on yourself, you're not just building a better life for you. You're getting ready to make a difference for others. Life isn't just about chasing your own dreams. It's about becoming someone who can lift others up, solve problems, and leave the world a little better than you found it. The time you spend growing, learning, and getting stronger is like training for a big job. That job is to serve, not in a small way, but in a way that changes lives. To do that, you need to prepare to build yourself into someone who's ready to give, to lead, and to help. Think about the people who inspire you. Maybe it's a teacher who made you believe in yourself, or someone who started a project to help their community. Those people didn't just wake up one day and start helping. They prepared for it. They worked on their skills, faced their fears, and learned how to handle challenges. They became the kind of person others could count on. That's what you're doing when you focus on your growth. You're not being selfish. You're getting ready to be someone others can lean on, someone who has something real to offer. Preparing to serve starts with knowing who you are. You can't give what you don't have. If you're not clear about your strengths, your values, or what you care about, it's hard to help others in a meaningful way. Spend time thinking about what matters to you. What do you love? What makes you angry about the world? Maybe you hate seeing people struggle, or you want kids to have a fair chance. Those feelings are clues about where you can make a difference. When you understand yourself, you can figure out how to use your gifts to help others. But knowing yourself isn't enough. You have to build yourself. That means working on the things that make you stronger and more capable. If you want to help people, you need skills. Maybe you want to teach others, so you study how to explain things clearly. Maybe you want to start a project, so you learn how to plan and organize. Every skill you learn is like a tool in your toolbox. The more tools you have, the more you can do for others. Don't be afraid to start small. Read a book, take a class, or practice something new. Every little bit you learn makes you more ready to serve. Discipline is a big part of this. You can have big dreams about helping others, but if you don't show up for yourself, those dreams won't go anywhere. Discipline is about doing the work even when you don't feel like it. It's getting up early to study or saying no to distractions so you can focus. It's choosing to keep going even when things get hard. When you're disciplined, you're not just building skills, you're building trust in yourself. You're proving that you can handle tough things. And when you're someone who can be trusted, others will trust you too. Serving others also means being ready for challenges. Helping people isn't always easy. Sometimes it's messy, and sometimes it doesn't go the way you planned. That's why you need to prepare your mind and heart. Learn how to stay calm when things go wrong. Practice listening to people, really hearing them, even when they're upset. Work on being patient, because change takes time. These things don't come naturally. They take practice. But when you're prepared, you can handle whatever comes your way, and you can keep helping even when it's tough. Another part of preparing is learning to see the world through other people's eyes. If you want to serve, you need to understand what people need, not just what you think they need. Talk to people. Ask questions. Listen to their stories. Maybe you want to help your community, but you don't know where to start. Go out and talk to the people there. Find out what they're struggling with, what they hope for. When you understand their needs, you can find ways to help that really matter. Serving isn't about being the hero. It's about meeting people where they are and giving them what they need to move forward. You also need to be ready to fail sometimes. Not every idea will work, and not every person will appreciate your help. That's okay. Failure is part of learning. If something doesn't work, ask why. Try a different way, keep going. The more you practice serving, the better you'll get at it. Every time you try, you're learning how to help in a bigger, better way. Don't let mistakes stop you. They're just steps on the path to getting it right. Surrounding yourself with the right people helps too. Find others who care about making a difference. They'll inspire you, challenge you, and keep you going when you feel like giving up. Maybe it's a friend who's always helping others, or a group of people working on a cause you believe in. Being around them reminds you why you're doing this. They can also teach you new ways to serve, share ideas, and help you see things you might have missed. You don't have to do this alone. Serving is stronger when you do it with others. One thing to remember is that serving doesn't have to be big to matter. You don't need to change the whole world to make a difference. Sometimes the smallest things, a kind word, a helping hand, a smile, can mean everything to someone. Start where you are. Help one person. Share what you know. Do what you can today. Those small acts add up, and they prepare you for bigger things. Every time you serve, you're practicing getting better, becoming someone who can do more. Finally, believe that you have something to give. You might think you're not ready or that you don't have enough to offer. But you do. You have your time, your ideas, your heart. You have experiences that can help someone else. You have a voice that can speak up for what's right. Don't wait until you feel perfect. Start now. The world needs what you have, even if it's just a little. And as you give, you'll grow. You'll find that serving doesn't just help others. It makes you stronger, happier, and more connected to the world. So keep working on yourself. Learn, grow, practice, fail, and try again. Every step you take is preparing you to serve in a way that's real and lasting. You're not just building a life, you are building a legacy. You're becoming someone who can light up the darkness, who can solve problems, who can make people's lives better. Start today with one small act, one small choice. Prepare yourself and watch how your life becomes a gift to the world. My friends, the world is waiting for you. Not the version of you that blends in, not the version that doubts or delays, but the version that dares to focus on you. Every choice you make to discover your purpose, to grow with discipline, to clarify your vision, to reject comparison, to act on your ideas, and to prepare to serve is a step toward becoming that person. You are not here by accident. You are here to shine, to create, to lead, to love, to serve. So commit today, right now, to this journey. Pour your heart into becoming the best you can be. Work hard, dream big, and never stop. Because when you focus on you with all you've got, the world will turn its eyes to you. Not out of envy, but out of awe. You'll become a living proof that one person, fully alive, can change everything. So go out there, focus on you, and make your life a masterpiece. The time is now. Let's do this.